how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Friends of the Fam. I'm here with Susan Klein, Sue Klein from Remax.
Hi.
How are you, Sue?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
First show together since the New Year. So
yes, Happy New Year.
More to come, obviously. And, you know,
Please.
every time we talk about the New Year, we talk about all the changes that happened and the stuff that we have to look forward to this year. And
starting over.
obviously, you know, we still have the issue with inventory, so, you know.
Inventory has even gotten lower since the beginning of the year. My God.
And one of the things that we talked about was people keep saying, well, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait to see what happens. I think prices are going to come down.
Hearing that a lot.
So the prices are going up even as we speak.
Right.
There's still no inventory, so there's still a supply shortage. So supply and demand means obviously the homes
prices
will
are going to go up. Yep.
So there's two different things. Sales went down, but not because there's no demand for it. Sales went down because there's no inventory.
That's right.
So what we did is we put together something that we went through MBS High, which is Barry Habib's company. It's called the cost of waiting.
Yes.
So we're going to talk a little bit about what those people are doing and why it might not be a good idea.
Right, because they may be waiting out of the market completely.
And, you know, we went with this $750,000 house, and obviously this is not a big McMansion by any means. It's just a standard home that used to be $500, $450 about 4 years ago.
That's right.
Now they're about $750.
$750, and if because of the lack of inventory, that $750 home could get bid up to about $835.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at some numbers. So we're going to put this chart up. With Firmino put this up so you guys can follow along. But if we're going to buy a property for $750,000 now, and you're putting 5% down, that's a $37,500 payment. Rates did creep up into the low threes, about 3.25, 3.35. Obviously, you're going to look at this and see what is going to happen or what it's going to do in the next 6 months. So let's look at the 6 months. So waiting 6 months, what did it do, Sue?
Well, the payments definitely went up. Interest rates stayed about the same. But
the value of that same house, though.
The value of a home went up from $750 to $776, which is very moderate.
Right.
Because I would think it would even go up higher if we still have the same lack of inventory.
I mean, honestly, I think this is being conservative, which is why we're saying that if we're doing it conservatively and we're going to have these numbers towards the next year, 2 years, 3 years, and imagine what it's going to really do if we don't follow through with this. So rates stayed the same, all that good stuff. In a year, it's 6.47%. So that same 750 house went to 798.
Yeah. 2
years, 830.
830.
3 years, 867.
And that is very conservative.
100%. So look what it did with the rates, though. If we wait about a year, they're going to be about 3.625, and they're getting there, guys. So jump on it now. 2 years, high threes, and that could possibly be 1 year the way it's going.
Right.
And they're expecting years to touch the fours again, like we did back in 2019. And that should probably happen next year and not 3 years. So again, this is being super conservative.
Right. But even at 4.375, that is still an amazing rate. I mean, I remember I used to be a loan processor back in 1999. And interest rates were 15%.
Holy shit. And I bought my house, which I thought was great, back in 2008, and it was at 6%.
Yes. And my first place was at 5.75.
So people complaining that rates got back into the threes, man, Jesus Christ.
Still, it's free money.
Take advantage of it, guys. So let's take a look at the chart below, though, where it says cost of waiting analysis. So the 6 months, the difference of payment was $117.
Yeah.
Waiting a year,
$371.
Waiting 2 years,
$630.
And shoot, look at waiting 3 years,
$1,044.
So if I put it,
and that's being conservative.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
So speaking of price point, and obviously the difference of buying a house right now between having let's say a $2,000 payment and a $2,600 payment. That's about a $100,000 swing there.
Yep.
So it's like you're buying an extra $100,000 house, and obviously it's because the prices are gonna keep jumping up.
Yep.
And you know, it tells you what the annual loss is. So 6 months, $1,400, a year, $44, 2 years, $7,500, and this is a year. So if you make an extra $10,000 a year, but you waited, it's not going to help you because it's gone.
Yeah, it's already gone.
Yep. And a couple of things to look at too. Look at the loss in property appreciation. So if you waited the 6 months, that 3.56%, that equates to $26,707 in value change. So that could have been equity that you could have earned. A year, 48, 2 years, 80, 3, 117.
Wow.
And people that bought 3 years ago are obviously loving that because that's exactly what happened in the last 2-3 years.
Right.
So it's realistic, and especially like we talked about the supply being really short and the demand being so high, this could be realistically happening.
Right. It's people. I don't know why people want to wait. I mean, you're only helping your landlord pay off their mortgage by staying in a rental.
And check this out. That's exactly the next thing there. Amortization loss. So 6 months, that's $7,000 that could have been going towards your principal on your original loan. So that's an additional $7,000 in equity loss. A year, 14.
2 years is 29,000, and 3 is 44,000.
Imagine that. So 3 years from now, you could have had an extra $160,000 in equity in your home. That's more than most people save.
Right. I know. So when next time I hear somebody want to say I'm going to wait, I need to show them this.
To bring out the chart. Say, hey,
exactly.
Look, even if this is being conservative, it's still realistic. Especially if you show them what happened in the last 3 years. Because last 3 years, nobody would have thunk that prices would have went up almost 30%.
Not like this. I know. Because the San Fernando Valley, you could have bought a really nice home for $450,000. Yep. Today, you can't touch a nice house for under $850.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, obviously, we talked about also that people say, well, the houses might come down. So let's say they do go down 5%.
I'm glad we're touching on this. Okay.
Well, that doesn't equate the amount of compounded gains they've had over the last few years. So even if homes come down, I don't know, 10%, right?
And that's what they are saying.
Yeah.
They're predicting that we may come down about 10%. That's a correction in the market.
So check this out. So if we go to 3 years from now, and they said that does happen to 10%.
Okay.
10% of 867 is 86,000, right? So if it goes down, the house goes down to 800,000.
Right.
But they bought it at 750. They're still up.
Yeah, they are.
And plus, they've already put all this money towards their principal.
They paid down their own principal.
Right. So obviously, if it does happen, guys, you got to buy early. Why wait?
Right. I mean, the only reason you would wait is if you have to work on your credit.
Right. Anything that has to do, obviously, financially to be able to qualify, then I totally understand. But you got to talk to us and let us know what your goals on your plans are so we can kind of set you up on a good plan.
Exactly.
And give you some financial advice that'll get you there.
That would be great.
I can't promise you where rates will be. Obviously, there's some expectations here, but at least we'll get you in that path to home ownership.
And we can't promise on prices either.
No,
we don't have the crystal ball, I know.
So, hey, guys, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again.
Make sure if you guys want your own chart done to
reach out
to us. We'll get you your own. This is obviously at 750, but we can pretty much adjust it to whatever you guys want.
Perfect.
Thanks, Sue.
Thanks,
for coming by. See you guys.
Happy New Year.